these companies like Amazon and Booking.com, they focus their strategy on the customer. So it's fancy to say I am data-centric today, but what's actually the secret principle behind their success is they're actually customer-centric. They analyze customer behavior and then use technology to scale it towards growth. I would always recommend companies to start with user research and to read a lot about consumer behavior. There are so many books out there where you can read a lot about customer behavior, like Dan Ariely or Cialdini or Kahneman. You can read these books and observe customers, know about psychology, and then start optimizing. I see a lot of optimizers that try to find weak points in their websites by analyzing the data. That's really hard because data is a product of the behavior. If you analyze the behavior directly, or you use psychological principles, cognitive biases, things that psychologists know since ages, then it's much easier to find proof in data that they exist or they work. When it's about artificial intelligence, I think for most companies it won't work because these machine learning, they need big sample sizes, a lot of samples, a lot of data to find patterns and to analyze the principles. So if you feed the machines with your existing knowledge, then you're much faster in scaling that. So I don't want to say that machine learning and AI you don't need it. I want to say if you feed the machines with the existing knowledge and the principles, then you will grow much faster. There are no best practices, there are no shortcuts that work for everybody, except what I said, analyze user behavior and use the knowledge to scale your growth. The first step is always to understand the customer behavior. So you could conduct a user research lab, invite customers, do interviews with customers, because so many online marketers are completely not in touch with real customers. So that's always the first step. That's always a big weak point for most organizations, that they don't have knowledge about how real customers look like, how do they behave, what's important to them.